I hope I got this correct. It was abrupt just how quickly I decided to go live right here. Like I say, I hope I've got all of this correct. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully all my stream keys are set up on the right thing, and we'll see. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Joe Does Stuff. Joe talks about stuff. It's kind of what I'm thinking of titling these type of live streams right here that I'm doing over here on Joe Does Stuff. And I figured I would just pop on for a little while on a Sunday afternoon, kick it with you guys right before football comes on, and shoot the shit. So hopefully you guys will join me, and we'll make a stream of it. I'm not going to lie, I've been thinking a lot about streaming as of late. Should I still continue to stream on YouTube, or should I take it to a different platform? People have suggested Kick, but I don't know about changing it up. I think it's okay to do videos here and do streams. We'll see, though. I don't know what the benefit of going over to Kick would be. Maybe a different audience to a certain degree. Maybe a little less stringent, possibly. No telling, to be honest. Shout out to everybody up in here. I don't know what's going on with my chat right here. That's a little disheartening. I probably should have refreshed this. Can I refresh this and it not mess things up? We're going to see. Ah, there it goes. It worked out really well. Hey, True Blue, what's going on with you? CJ Lloyd, I see you right there. Eddie, what's going on? Heather, what's going on? Happy Sunday to you guys. Thanks for swinging through here. Dab, what's going on? Dave, I see you right there. Hillbilly, what is up? John says, don't leave the tube, Joe. Yeah, that's one of my thoughts. I've been seeing a lot of people who have been streaming on Kick. And like I said, I don't know anything about it. I did create a channel over there. I did a test stream over there earlier just to see if I could do it, because you've got to use a third-party software to be able to do it. And I don't know. Why mess with it if it's not broken, so to speak? I thought about streaming here and to there. Ain't no telling, man. I'm just thinking out loud. Forgive me for doing so. So anyways, good Sunday to you guys, whatever time it is when you're seeing this. If you're in the UK, it's way later than it is where I'm at. It's only about to be 1 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon. If you guys are anywhere else, the time could be different. Football is getting ready to come on. I'm not betting anything this weekend, and thank God. I don't really trust anything going on with games this weekend. I've got a couple of hunches of who I think is going to win today, but don't take my word for it. All week long, I was on the Colorado bandwagon, feeling like Colorado was going to cover that 24 points that they needed for the spread. I thought about betting that, but as we got closer to game day yesterday, talking about college football, I started to really question it. You know, Colorado is a very cocky team. Deion Sanders, super cocky. The entire team is super cocky, and rightfully so. They're a very talented team. Deion Sanders has done a lot for Colorado and for college football just in general. And I really started questioning that 24-point spread. And then, of course, as the game was going on, I thought to myself, why didn't I take Colorado State? Son of a bitch. But anyways, it ended up being a really good game. Colorado would pull it off in the end. They did not cover that 24 points that they needed. If anybody did bet, there's probably a lot of people who lost a lot of money dealing with that game in particular. Josh Morgan, what's going on with you, man? Shout out to you for being up in here. Rob, what's going on? Sending love from Canada. I see you right there. Heather says, how's the kiddo? Doing very well. We went to breakfast this morning. He's crawling 100 miles an hour. He wants to start standing up now. It probably won't be long before he's doing that. I've mentioned before he's got one word. It's dada. He's starting to say nana, nana, something like that. I just wondered to myself how long it's going to be before he's actually saying all sorts of words and actually standing up. He's eating a lot of real food now. He's starting to really eat and he doesn't not like anything. He loves everything. He's not a picky eater. He'll eat French fries. He'll eat pancakes, like in, small pieces or whatnot. But he loves everything. He's eating a lot of baby food as well. So, yeah. Daniel says, Joe got wrecked on 2-deck blackjack last night, down $6K. Damn it, son. I haven't been to the casino. I'm taking a break from gambling is really what I want to do. It's not because I've been getting punished or anything like that. Last time I went to the casino, I was down. I got all that back betting football or baseball, one or the other. And I think it was football. I just don't want to get out there. Like I've mentioned, I've got an addictive mentality, and I don't want to get out there. It could be easy for me to do so. Gary, what's going on? How's the Sunday? It's going pretty well. I've got some plans for today. This live stream is part of those plans. We're going to have some fun with this live stream as well. Shout out to the 64 up in here. 69, I think, is what it's telling me right this second. I uploaded a video earlier. I don't really have a rhyme or reason when I'm uploading these videos right now. I'm also doing the stream as well, so I'm really pumping out a lot of content right this second. I hope to be able to maintain that and also see what I really want to focus on. Do I want to focus on live streaming more, doing the videos more, doing both of them together, doing different things with the videos? Definitely got a lot to talk about in relation to that in this live stream. Just trying to really find myself with the content again. But getting back to what you had mentioned, how's the Sunday going? Sunday's going well. Wanted to do this live stream. Want to go do something else in a little while. Probably going to watch a little bit of football, spend time with the family, and just try to enjoy this day as much as possible because we've got a hectic week upcoming. We're starting at a new property. We're actually starting at 2 new properties this upcoming week, and hoping some kind of a way I'm going to have time to be able to do my new hobby, I should say. I've gotten a bit of a new hobby. I'm getting ready to share about that with you guys. And boy, not really sure what to make of it, to be honest. Dylan, what's going on? Shout out to Las Vegas. What is going on out there? I would love to go to Vegas. I swear I would. Tam, what's going on? Watching from Wyoming. Liam is growing up so fast. He certainly is. Arata, what's going on with you? Have you watched European football or soccer? I watch it from time to time. I'm not following anybody or any teams, but if I catch it on TV, I certainly watch it. I always will have love for soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, because I used to play it and I enjoyed it so much when I was on the inside. Jessica Spencer, what's going on with you? The better says any football bets today? None. I don't trust anything, just like I didn't trust college football yesterday. College football probably got everybody smacked yesterday. Nobody covered. Not a soul covered in college football yesterday. If you took Alabama thinking Alabama was going to give Florida, whoever the hell they played, the business, that was a lie. If you took Tennessee thinking that they were going to cover against Florida, that was a lie. If you took Colorado thinking they were going to give it to Colorado State because of the comments that the Colorado State coach had made, that was a lie. I mean, everything was pretty crazy with college football yesterday. In terms of NFL today, just going to enjoy it. I think the Bills are going to win today against the Raiders. Isn't that who they're playing? Yeah. I think the Bills are going to win, but the Raiders ain't doing bad. And let me tell you something. There's trouble brewing in Buffalo right now between Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. They gave Josh Allen the cover of Madden, and you know how that Madden curse goes. There's that. You got the Ravens and the Bengals today. I really don't know how to call that game. They are in Cincinnati. Joe Burrows played like some absolute Paducah last week, coming off of injury. Lamar Jackson just got that big deal, so he's trying to be balling out. I want to like the Ravens over Cincinnati, but Joe Burrows has got to get back today, so that's a tough game to pick. The Lions are looking pretty good this year, Larry. You're right about that. Chucky, my day's been going pretty well. Drywall Guy, what's going on with you? Shout out to you for being up in here. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Geneva, what's going on? Hey, Joe, are you acclimated to your meds now? You're looking healthy. I stopped taking the medication. No bullshit. I've been off of the medication for probably about a month now, and I'm still trying to get acclimated to being off of it. I'll talk about that a little later. That shit had me really messed up. You got the Chargers and the Titans. They're both 0-1. Let's go Chargers. That's who I think with that. Packers and the Falcons. Jordan Love looked good last week. The Falcons won last week, too, as well. That's a toss-up. The Lions and the Seahawks. Lions looked great last week. I want to rock with the Lions. The Colts and the Texans. I couldn't. No clue. No freaking clue. Josh Morgan says, what do I think about the Jets? I think the Jets, I think that's an unfortunate situation with Aaron Rodgers getting hurt the way that he did. I've seen some videos of him making light of the situation. He did have an $80 million deal to go to the Jets. That's pretty freaking crazy. And Zach Wilson, he's going to have to step up in a major way. They do got a good defense. They do got good running backs. Is Zach Wilson going to be it for them, though? I do not think so. I hope that he is, though. For the sake of the fact that they have just so much bad luck with the Jets, I really hope that he is. You got the Bears and the Bucks. What's his name? The quarterback for the Bucks now. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Anyways, he looked good last week. And he deserves to have a good team and a good season. The Bears, they look like shit. That quarterback is horrendous, that offensive. I love the Bucks today. I think the Bucks are going to win. The Giants and the Cardinals, two straight dumpster fire teams. I think the Giants can win, though. The Cardinals are even worse. The Giants just had a bad break last week, getting beat 40-0 by Dallas, which is crazy. Dak Prescott didn't even have not one single solitary fucking touchdown, and they still won 40-0. That is crazy. You got the Commanders and the Broncos. Everybody's talking about how good Washington's supposed to be this year. The Broncos are still trash. I guess I'm going to ride with Washington today. The Dolphins and the Patriots. I think that game's going to be a lot tougher than people are giving credit to the Patriots for. They're saying it's going to be a runaway with, Miami. It probably will be. However, Patriots looked pretty good last week, even though they lost to the Eagles. Mac Jones and that defense looked pretty damn good. Or maybe it was just Philly was looking that bad. I don't necessarily know. This is not a football stream, but I just wanted to give you my analysis. Matthew says, I took Green Bay, the Raiders, Lions, Cincinnati, Houston. Boy, you got a straight pick, don't you? Straight pick 'em. Two Sisters Homestead says, what drone do I have? I've got the DJI Mini 3 Pro. If I was ever going to recommend a drone, it would be that freaking thing right there. I'm actually going to be talking about that right now, as a matter of fact. Forget football. I want to talk to you guys about flying drones. Folks, when I tell you I have found a new hobby, I found a new hobby. I think I found my calling. I'm able to do, what is this? You must be joking. Call this the new Joe Kings. I have no idea. I think I found my calling. I enjoy doing these live streams. I enjoy doing commentary, reaction, playing games, making these fun. Sometimes it's a lot of anxiety. Anytime you're doing something that you don't do all that often, or that where am I going with this? I enjoy doing these live streams, adding commentary and reactions. And I think that that's going to play well with what I just did yesterday for the very first time. Let's get back to the anxiety talk, bring it full circle. Doing these live streams, as much as I enjoy them, sometimes they do make me a little anxious. Maybe it's the medication from time to time. Doing what I did yesterday filled me with a lot of anxiety. But damn it, once I started doing it, holy shit, I think I'm onto something. So let me go ahead and share with you what I've done. This is my new hobby. I enjoy flying my drone, and I've mentioned terrorizing people with the drone. Folks, I started doing that yesterday. Now, we watched some videos on the last Joe Talks About Stuff, and we watched some videos of people flying the drones right there on people, chasing them with the drone. I think that that's a little too much. Getting too close to them with the drone, I think, is too much as well. I mentioned my idea was to take this thing to like a freaking parking lot, maybe a Target, and just let people know that the drone was there. You're being watched. Who's watching you? Where are they watching you from? But after careful deliberation, I realized that that was not the right idea neither. You can't fly a drone over a crowded space. That's illegal. So I needed to think about this idea and do this as moderately but as good as I possibly could. Now, we watched videos of people flying the drones really close to people. We watched videos of people flying a drone over a homeless encampment to find stolen cars. Ain't nobody really worried about that shit. Fly the drone over a Target parking lot, though, and see how that plays out. That's not going to work too well. But fly it over a homeless encampment where there's stolen vehicles. Oh my God, Dronely fans, Teddy Mac. Hey, I like that. St. Louis Keith, what's going on with you? Bronson says, are you going to do a video on APS about Jay Williams going back to prison? I don't even really know who that guy is. I mean, of course I know who he is. But I never have followed anything in relation to him. So you telling me that he's going back to prison is the first time I'm hearing anything about that. And to be honest, I don't really care. I hope, for his sake, everything works out. But it ain't my business. I've moved on to Dronely fans. Erratic says, cycling, Joe, you can go to abandoned places, bring the drone, basically doing your hobby about drones, and lose weight, kill two birds with one stone. Well, if I'm running from people, too, I could be losing weight, in relation to the drone. What the hell was that noise? Something just happened outside of my she shed, and I don't know what it was. It sounded like a squirrel fell off the roof. All right, anyways, I'm taking too long to get to the point. We watched videos of people flying drones around like drug addicted people and like homeless people in homeless encampments and shit like that. It seems like if you're doing that sort of thing, it's not so bad as flying the drone at a Target parking lot and pestering people. So what I came up with, hear me out now, I've already done it. I've already got a freaking kick-ass video doing this also. I wanted to put my own take on Dronely fans. You really gave me a good idea with that, Teddy Mac. Thank you. Crack shack, seedy motels. Hear me out now. Nobody gives a fuck about them. And in fact, when you think about crack shack, seedy motels, what do you think takes place up there besides nefarious activity and illegal drug transactions? Is what we're probably going to capture if we were to fly the drone over seedy crack shack motels. Folks, where I live at, I am borderline in the fucking slums of my area, to be honest. I mean, I'm right here by it. And everything by me is crack shack, seedy motels. Folks, I went to a bunch of different locations. And then you know what I realized? I went to a bunch of different locations yesterday to attempt to fly the drone to get the attention of people and to get their reaction to the drone. That does not mean flying the drone right there in their face or chasing them with the drone. But if you think about a crack shack, seedy motel, and you think about slum areas, most of the people that you're going to interact with doing this are probably going to be people, and I hate to say this because it sounds so stereotypical. Fierce, you've popped in right at a great time. I'm talking about what I just did with the drone. Spawn Killer, did you fix your vehicles? No, I didn't. But that $2 will go a lot to that front end alignment. I'm trying to tell you. All of my vehicles have issues right this second, unfortunately. I should put a donation goal up here. It's serious. But hopefully my new idea will catapult the monetization to another level. I flew a drone over a crack shack, seedy motel, And this is what I captured. Is a title idea, right? Now, I need your help. You guys help me come up with some title ideas. That's the theory right there behind it. Seedy motels, I've got the video already uploaded to YouTube. It's ready to go. Like, I've edited the video and everything. I've called it Seedy Motels and a Drone. It's only 19 minutes long. And when I tell you that it goes in, I mean, it really does. I went to a bunch of different locations yesterday. So I go to the first seedy motel, and I have my first interaction with somebody. Now, mind you, the drone is in their general area, just enough for them to be able to see it, hear it, but nowhere to where it's going to really, like, bother them. There's no chance of me, like, running this drone into them or doing anything, like, too crazy with this, right? But just getting their reaction to seeing the fucking drone and to know that somebody is watching them. Is it the police? Folks, the reactions that I was able to capture just yesterday, first time ever doing this, were priceless. This is a video 19 minutes long of many different interactions at many different locations. And I've still got so many more I'm going to go to. I could go back to the same ones and capture different shit. It's just everybody's reaction to this would be different. Susan, hello. Shout out to you. Wolfman talking about yesterday. A little bit. I am. Talking about what I did with the drone yesterday. I took the drone out and flew it around some seedy crack shack motels. I had some really good interactions with people, not even having to get in their personal space, not even having to get all that near them, for them to be able to hear it, for them to be able to see it, for them to wonder to themselves, how long has this drone been watching them? What has this drone captured? Who is flying this thing? Was enough to really capture some hella footage. I got people trying to throw shit at the drone. I got people, I mean, absolutely shocked seeing this drone. I captured the ass end of a drug deal. I mean, I've got some gold here. And I think to myself, oh my God, this is a never-ending plethora. Is that the right word? Of content. This shit will just always be there. Every day there's going to be somebody different at these seedy motels, minding their own business, or maybe not. Maybe they're up to no good. And all of a sudden, there's a drone. Who's flying it? I had a lot of that too. A lot of looking around trying to find out where I was. And I was nowhere near them. Sometimes I was. There was one incident where I was pretty close to the action. And I did get a little worried that somebody was going to see me. And, you know, that will only add to this if and when that does happen. Odyssey the Kid says that's the title. Odyssey the Kid says spying on strangers with a drone in the ghetto is exactly what I'm doing. Now, mind you, I'm trying to cross all my T's and dot all my I's with this. Of course, what I'm doing is borderline taboo. Okay, we might as well be peeking through the blinds. You know, we're watching people. We're people watching, which is somewhat of a sport to some. You know, out in public, you go to Walmart, you're watching people. You go to the grocery store, anywhere else, Target, you know, you're going to see interesting people. What is the I don't want to say what is the difference between doing it with your own eyes and doing it from the eyes of a drone, because there is a lot of difference there. You're being sneaky. So, of course, as I'm filming this and realizing, at least to me, it may flop. It may get the worst comments in the world. You're a scumbag. You're a creep. But to me, it's a sport. It's, man, this shit is hilarious. I genuinely caught some real life hilarious shit. I also caught some shit that's not good. I'll give you a play-by-play real quick of one of the encounters that I had. I'm parked behind this motel. I come flying over the top of the motel. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a lot of activity taking place at this motel. This shit looks like a prison rec yard to a certain degree. You got dudes hanging out, a lot of back and forth traffic, a lot of hand-to-hand looking shit going on. But as I come flying over the top of the motel, I see what I think is a fight taking place. And I try to get there as quickly as I can because I can see somebody hitting somebody. And I'm like, oh my God, here I come flying over the top of this motel and there's already a fight taking place. And then I realize as I get closer to it, it's not a fight taking place, but it's a dude whooping his freaking dog. And he's got like this thing in his hand and he's whooping the dog. Man, you know how bad I wanted to fly that drone right into that guy's head? And I got it on camera. I just caught animal abuse on camera. I've got the legitimate proof that you beat your animal. That shit ain't right. And I don't know why he was beating the animal because, now I'm trying to, I can't hear anything. I can only see what's taking place. He whoops the dog a couple of times. I mean, he's whooping it. Like I said, I thought it was a fight taking place. And I'm trying to think to myself, why did he do this? And I think, and I could be completely wrong about this, the dog stopped walking. He was walking the dog on a leash. The dog stopped. It sat down or laid down or something. Anyways, he was whooping the dog. Maybe the dog was injured. Maybe the dog's been getting beaten by this guy for a while now. That pissed me off. I don't like anything involving cruelty to animals. But I definitely wanted to get this guy's attention, and I couldn't get his attention. That was the sad part. Because there is a lot of strategy that you have to have when it comes to doing this. As I'm flying and I see that taking place, I've got to surveil the area. Because if I get too low in his general proximity, I don't know if there's somebody else who might actually be able to hit the drone, knock the drone out of the sky. I can't let that happen. So I spend a lot of time, not a lot of time, but a little bit of time as soon as I see that taking place, trying to surveil the area to make sure the coast is clear before I start trying to hone in on what else is going on here. In the time that I do that, this guy's already gone. He's already in the hotel room, whatever. And I would see so many other people and so much interesting shit that was taking place. When you watch this video, there's not a dull moment to this. I edited out all the dull moments, and I left all action in this. And everything that has taken place just makes you wonder. There's no sound. I'm going to put an audio soundtrack over this, or I was thinking about sharing the video and then doing commentary, like a reaction here on a live stream. There's no audio, but it just, you're witnessing shit that's just going to leave you with questions like, what the fuck are they doing? What is really going on here? It's super interesting. Super interesting. David Ramsey says, can't beat a dog. Yeah. Gen X Granny, what's going on? Shout out to you. I cannot deal with dog abusers. People ain't shit. Dog was probably tired. You're right. Anita says, do you have a Kofi account, Joe? I don't even know what that is. No, I don't. Drywall guy says, I bet it's entertaining as hell. It is super entertaining. I'm going back out today. I'm going back out on the exploration today. I'm going to go to some different locations and see what I can get. And I guarantee I'm going to get something because people is always hanging out literally at these places. And I can't wait to share it with you. I really can't. I'm going to do so soon and want to capture as much footage as I can and, create as much content with this as I can. Now, here's the other thing that kind of makes me question, makes me think. There's not a lot of content like this on YouTube. And I don't know why. It seems relatively easy to be able to do this. It's not an ingenious idea. I guess what I mean by that is it's not like it's not an idea that anybody couldn't have thought of. You know, you've got all of these videos circulating on social media and all of these social media accounts where people literally just walk through the projects and these horrendous areas like Kingston, Pennsylvania, and just drug-ridden areas and interview people for their own personal gain, monetization, and views. Are they trying to help any of these people? Maybe they are. But, you know, let's be honest, the real cash cow with this, the real prize here is to get views, to get subscribers, to get money. You know, so these ideas are not new. People are doing this type of shit, exploiting, you know, areas like this, I guess is one way to put it. Why is this not all over the internet is the question I'm really asking here. Saltamatic, I can't pronounce your name. Sorry about that. Love the videos. I appreciate you being up in here. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for rocking with me. I don't know why there's not a lot of videos like this on the internet. Is it too taboo? Is it too illegal? I don't necessarily know. We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out why there's not a lot of videos like this out there. So, moving on. Of course, I go out there and I do this yesterday. I come up with some pretty cool stuff. And then I'm thinking to myself, I've got to take this even further. I need to be able to put audio on the drone. I need to be able to hear what these people are saying to me and to be able to interact with them. So, of course, I go down this long rabbit hole of trying to find intercom systems for the drones. And this is really non-existent, basically. What they have is for bigger drones than what I have. I've got a small drone, but what they have are these intercom systems where you can like record a soundtrack and then it plays over an intercom that's hooked up to the drone, but you can't hear responses from that thing. And I'm like, well, that ain't no damn good. That's not going to do me any good. I want to be able to have a full-on conversation with somebody from the drone. So I was thinking about getting me a little small cell phone, a little prepaid track phone, and putting, you know, that thing on speakerphone. Maybe that would work. That's the closest that I've been able to think in relation to being able to have a conversation with somebody. Maybe put some flashing blue lights on it. I would love to impersonate a police officer with this thing. Freeze! You're being surveilled. Now, of course, I can't do that, right? Because that's absolutely a crime. But just think of the conversation you could have with somebody who is, one, flicking you off and throwing objects at, you know, at the drone. Hey, what you doing throwing shit at me? What you doing? Can you imagine the commentary here? What you doing? Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just watching you, but what are you doing? Oh, you got to be faster than that. Oh, you almost got me. Oh, my God, this shit would be gold. Seedy motels and a drone with full-on audio conversations. K-Rock says Joe Drone stuff. It's not a bad ring to it. I've also thought about being able to live stream this, but I did some research on it today. With my particular drone, there's no live streaming software that's available. I could do IRL streams, you know, while we're doing this, because that's the one thing that I'm not doing while I'm doing this yet, is I'm not vlogging about it. I'm not filming. Oh my God, we just pulled up to the seedy location. What is that going on right there? Is that a drug deal? Chucky says, I think YouTubers might consider it YouTube might consider it harassment or bullying. Now, I can understand that completely, and that's why I go back to my general thoughts on what I'm doing. I'm not getting in anybody's personal space. I'm not flying this thing and trying to be chasing you. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm harassing or bullying you. At the very most, I just want it to be that a person notices the drone and notices that the drone is watching them. Okay, and how long does that whole interaction last for is to be determined case-by-case basis of how that interaction actually goes. You know, I got bored with a couple of people yesterday. And then there's only so far that I can watch them for before either they're moving out of range or whatever the case may be. But, yeah, I don't want it to come across as harassment or bullying. Stalking, maybe. Spying, probably. Michael, what's going on with you? Says, starting a new channel for this. It could be viral on TikTok. Yeah, I'm not starting a new channel for this. Not yet. We'll see how this idea plays out. This is like many of the things that I've come up with in the past. This could fizzle out just as quickly as it's thought of. It sounds great right now, but I'm sure one way or another, it might not be it, Chief. We'll see. If somebody watches the video that I've filmed already, I think that they would be entertained by what I've captured. And they would honestly say, there's nothing wrong with this. You're not, what are you really doing? You know, you're a good 20 yards away from a person. They just noticed that the drone's there. And because of where they're at and probably what they're up to on a daily basis, the shit seems super sus, seems super police-ish. Shit, we don't even have to announce the fact that we're, the police and run that risk of impersonating a police, because that's already what we seem like to be. Oh shit, there's a drone. Am I really seeing this, or is this a figment of my impaired imagination? Yo, that's the police right there. That's the police flying that drone. Is probably what the number one thought is. SL says, could this be illegal? You're absolutely fucking right, it could be. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing it the least illegal way possible, right? Because, this can, yeah, it could absolutely be illegal. I don't necessarily know that it is, and that's probably, probably it is. Probably why you don't see very much of this on the internet, if any at all. But I don't think that we're doing anything too wrong. And because of that, I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. So we'll see. We'll see. Jay Dillon says people will be paranoid. Yeah. I was following this, not following. I stumbled upon this lady yesterday who looked like, I don't even want to say what she looked like. She definitely looked like she was high. But maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was just dealing with a whole bunch of shit. God only knows. But I'm a good, 10 yards away from her. Pretty level with where she's at. She's on a second floor balcony of a hotel. She's not on the balcony of her hotel. It's a public balcony, like the front of the motel area. And I'm just sitting there for a good 5 minutes before she even notices that this damn thing is there. And when she does notice, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. And, that interaction lasts for a couple of seconds and then that's over with. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, it's 1:30. Shout out to everybody up in here. We got 157 up in here. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon. What you guys got going on for the weekend? Hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm getting ready to watch some football, spend quality time with my family. Probably going to go out on a little drone expose in a little while. Check out some other locations. And see what I can capture. And it'll be it'll be soon enough that I'll be sharing that video with you guys, and we'll see how it is. Eric says Cowboys or Jets. Woo, boy. They both got good defenses. And they both don't have quarterbacks. Cowboys and Jets. Son of a bitch, they really do play today. I didn't even realize that they played today. Dallas is favored by 8.5. Oh, my God, that's crazy. I think that's going to be a really tough game. Your entire season is on the line for both of these teams. Both of these teams have to show up in a major way, and I mean that from a quarterback's point of view. Zach Wilson for the Jets, which not much is going to be expected of him, okay, because obviously he was not intended to be the guy. But for Dak Prescott, oh my God, let the Cowboys lose this game. Let Dak Prescott lose this game and not have a hell of a game and get some touchdowns, because he had no touchdowns last weekend. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Cowboys because they have to win. The Jets, if they lose, it's understandable. The Aaron Rodgers debacle from last week. Yeah. Tattoo Country Boy says, you know the Cowboys are going to win and everyone is going to say we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't know. If they do, you know they're going to say that, though. Damn right they're going to say that. Maya, what's going on? Shout out to you. Just missed the stream, damn. You just got up in here, though. We're still live. You're in here. Garage Force 1. You should get into the garage door business. It's funny that you mentioned that because the other day I did see a garage door truck company, whatever, and I thought to myself, I was like, damn, man. I wonder if that would be easier than having a painting business. Matter of fact, I think almost any business would be easier than having a painting business, but I don't know. Not every day does it suck, but there are plenty of days that it certainly does. I just hope at some point that it gets not busier, but better than where it is right now. And the way that it gets better is with me being able to step back more. And I have been able to step back in a major way from having to do the work. And not that I don't want to do the work, but I shouldn't be doing the work. I know that that's going to come across probably with mixed feelings. You know, you cannot be successful if you don't put in the work. I've put in the work. And now it's time to put up or shut up, and that is, you know, see this business through to a point where I can be like a proud dad watching my only son who made it. This thing has got to get to the point where it can kind of stand by itself without Joe being a cog in the wheel. I go back to this question that I ran across a while back last year sometime, and it was called the fishing test question. The fishing question test or something. And it was like, you know, if you own a business, can you afford to take a week off? Not financially afford, but can you afford to take a week off and that business run self-sufficient without you being there? Or do you run a business where you have to be there for every step of the way? Because if that's the answer, you don't run a business runs you, you're a cog in the wheel. I'm trying not to be a cog in the wheel. I really don't want to be a cog in the wheel. And I've been able to not be that as of late, be able to go out there, hunt out more work. And we've got a lot of work, so that's good. And, yeah, my workers and my guys, they're holding shit down, so I'm really fortunate for that. Hot take incoming, football is boring. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who don't rock with the football. That's why I ain't trying to spend a whole hell of a lot of time talking about it. Look, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I just wanted to swing through and talk to you guys about drones for a little bit, share with you a little tidbit of what's coming. Get your take on it. It's starting to heat up in this shed. I don't have anything to drink but this coffee, and I'm getting a little parched. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hey, I did upload a video a little while ago. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's all about a new property, a brand new property. Definitely a property worth seeing and trying to price that property accordingly. Hope this was a stream you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking the time to rock with me on this. There's going to be much more in relation to streams upcoming this week. It's my hope to be able to do some IRL streams, so we'll see about that. But until next time, y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll look forward to talking with you again real soon. Until then, take care.